welcome back to the channel. We are back here this week working on our feed pad project here. So we've got our gravel laid out now. We've got our fabric down and then put our number 53 gravel on top of there. So that's got a little bit of a lime in it, so it helps it pack in good. So if you can see down there, that gate, we just hung that gate there on that post. We moved it back a little bit, hung that gate up. So we're gonna go from that gate all the way to about right there somewhere. So we're gonna have about 70 feet of feed bunk, and then we'll have about 20 feet where we back up with the mixer wagon and stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're setting up this feed bunk here to feed our cattle silage here in this pasture. So we're gonna get that hopefully finished up this week. Hey guys, Cody here. We are in the shop at the moment. We were mowing, but we had a little problem, as in this is a blade, and it's supposed to be pretty straight there, but it ain't straight anymore due to me bottoming it out. So yeah, but AgRev had a blade somehow, and we had a nice shiny paint blade on there. So yeah, we're all good to go. We had these here. If you could tell, that one's a little smaller of a hub than that one, and so we had some of them, but we didn't have any of the big ones here. So luckily called one of my buddies up there at AgRev, and he looked, and they had one, so I ran up there and grabbed it real quick and stuck it on, and we'll be back to mowing here. All right, it's Tuesday morning and working on the chopper here. So started on this morning. Believe it or not, we're gonna be chopping here before you know it. Our first corn that we've planted is dented, so we've got a quarter milk line. So it won't be long until we're ready to get this thing going in the field. So I've got the grass shields dropped out of it. I've got those in the back of the truck. So we got those dropped out. We got to get the kernel processor put in, and we got to get this head taken off. We need to wash this header off, and then we get the corn head put on. I got this thing greased. I got the shields out. I got it kind of blown off a little bit so we can work on it good. So we just need to drop this off and wash it, and then get our kernel processor put in here sometime. Probably not gonna happen today, but it will be hopefully this week. All right, we are over here working on the house today. So piling up some dirt here, backfilling. That is too. He's got the pan and the Challenger. I've got the high lift here. Back filling against this concrete walls here, and that way they can keep building on the house. If you haven't been watching the past couple weeks, this is my grandparents' house that we're working on. We dug the basement, I guess it was a couple weeks ago. I don't remember, but I'm working on doing a little bit of dirt work since we got the equipment to do it. So do what we can. Cody's over there packing in gravel where he's put inside part of the place where it doesn't have a basement and stuff, porch and whatnot. So I'm getting ready to switch out here and go grab the skid loader. I'm just trying to get me a pile of dirt over there beside the house, and then I can get the skid loader and kind of clean it up, dress it up a little bit. All right, well, we did our backfill in there, got most of the major dirt moved in. There was a lot that had to go on the other side over there. So Cody's gonna move this high lift over across the road where we got to do some work on a sinkhole. All right, well, it's Thursday now. So yesterday we went down to the Beck's field day that they put on every year down in Henderson, Kentucky. And we went down there to that and had a good day there. got our seed order put in and everything. So today we're back here, been working in the shop actually. So I've got the silage chopper in here, and we've been working on putting the kernel processor in, and we got that in. You can see that down in there. We got that chain hooked on. That is the kernel processor. So we pull that up from the bottom with that chain hoist there. So we had to roll that underneath there and get that in. So we did that. We've got the oil changed, and I think that resulted in a little bit of a mess. Dad was having trouble with the oil pan. It's leaking. But anyways, we got that done. And then I just blew out the air filter. So this thing should be all ready to go. We just need to go get the corn head and get that thing hooked up. I did wash off the other grass head, so it's ready to be put away. Almost forgot, we gotta put this bottom shield in. And I just got it hung up here, and so there's 2 pins on the back side, so I have to sit on top of me and then like try to raise it up. Now I've got to get the arms attached. I can try to set you guys up. All right, we're gonna call that failed attempt number 2, because for some reason it's bent and it won't go on. So I'm gonna have to get a crescent wrench and try to bend it back, get it straight. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I don't know though. Okay, I don't know what the deal is with this thing, but this piece right here has to go down over it, has to go down over this bolt, and for some reason it is not wanting to go. So I'm gonna mess around with it for a little bit and then see what I can do. Okay, I got it finally. I had to bend on this side a little bit too, and then it finally went. So I got it all latched in it. That thing, if you have a plug, you can pull these pins out, dump this shield down, and then it gives you access to the cutter head and dumps everything out if you got a plugged up or anything. But this thing was just having trouble sliding down over top of that. So now we should have this pretty well wrapped up. Okay, Friday morning, we got our windows cleaned and we got our fuel put in here. So this car's behind me trying to pass me, but they're just gonna have to wait because I'll pull over for them here in a minute. But you can see our Milo looking good. This is the earliest stuff we got here. It's all headed out. It's still got a little ways to go, get some grain filled on, but we're gonna go down and pick up the corn head. All right, we've got our corn head now. I got it all hooked up, greased it, went through everything, turned it all on, it all worked. So we're gonna head down here and get these inrows chopped off. Okay, well, we've officially got the first crop of 2025 harvested. You can see, well, maybe over here. See, we took a pass down through there, so Still got a little ways to go here. All right, we got done what we needed to do. Sorry I didn't get any video, but I don't know, it was kind of difficult getting that done. But Dad used the one dump truck, and then Cody has the other one. He's pulling out there. Just had enough. Dad took 2 loads, and then Cody took 1 with that one. So we're all good here. Now I can come down and get all my plot signs put up. I think our plot starts somewhere like right here, and then it goes down to the end where you can see I stopped there. So we're good. I have found one problem. I'm leaking a little bit of silage out of the bottom in the middle somewhere, so I'm gonna have to get that addressed. You can see it over there too. So glad I did this because I can work on trying to figure that out. We're back on our project here that I was hoping to have had done, but we're still going here. So we're getting our asphalt laid down today. We're gonna get this all laid down, probably about 6 to 8 inches thick, and then we will pack it in with the roller, and this will be basically like asphalt, as close as you're gonna get to it without paving it. So we're gonna get this laid down. I've got another load right here. So if you didn't watch the last video, we're working on making a bunk line feeder here. So this will be the pad on the back part of it, and then the feeders will go right here so that we can feed silage along here. So we've got the cows out of the pasture right now. They're down in the barn, and then they have another little pasture they can go out into. So we got time here, but we want to get this project wrapped up. Okay, I got most of the asphalt laid down, and then Cody's out here with the roller now, and he's getting it rolled in, and it really looks nice now. So I will have to build up over here with more gravel. I've got a little bit of gravel there, but since we added that 6 to 8 inches of asphalt, we'll have to build up 6 to 8 inches of rock over here. That way the water will drain off of there. So he's getting that rolled in though, and it looks really nice. Should make a really nice base here. So I was leveling off the bag pad that we have back here. Got some new rock on that, leveling it off so that he can roll that in too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this rock, spread it out, and then I've got to move a little bit around back there behind us. He's got that all rolled down for me. He's over there on that pad behind us now. So I've got the first feed bunk, so I'm gonna bring it over here and just kind of set it down and kind of see what it looks like here. So I got to get that gate there and swing it out. That way I know where to set this at. All right, well, I got that kind of set there. I measured 20 foot between that bunk and this gate. So there's a post that's gonna go here at the end, and then we'll have to build fence between here and there, because we'll have to back in with our mixer. So we'll pull around from where my truck is, pull around, and then back up this little lane here up to the gate. I've left 20 feet so that we've got plenty of room to back up. We don't have to worry about hitting the gate. And then I've got to have the tilt or the angle of these bunks right, because we're going to be doing 7 bunks, which is 70 feet. So if I left it the way it is, it would almost make the driveway not wide enough right there at the end of the lean-to. So I'm going to tilt them this way a little bit more. I'm going to tilt them like that. That way we've got plenty of room to make the corner. If we are coming in here with semis and stuff, we want to be able to swing around the corner, drop paint, but we want to be able to swing around that corner there and make the loop around the tank here. So we do need to tilt this a little bit more. I don't like having to tilt it, but I don't think we have much option if we want this long of a bunk. Okay, John helped me, and we got the bunks set up kind of the way we want them. We wanted them to be kind of straight with the building here, and I think they're pretty close. The closer you get, the more off they look, just because They're not perfectly the same, but they are very close to being the same angle as the building here. So once you get back there, they look goofy being at an angle, but from up here, they look pretty good. The reason we had to do that is so that way we have plenty of driveway space, because if we brought the end of those bunks over here, we wouldn't have very much room to get here between the building and the bunks. So that's the way we did it, and it should work pretty good. All right, it's Tuesday morning. We're out here, we're grabbing the portable corral. We got a pasture with some pink eye and the calves that I want to work on. So I'm gonna get this set up here today and try to work them tomorrow. All right, got the corral hooked up. Just coming over here to check this mineral for these cows, but the cows have been going through mineral like crazy out here for some reason. So I was coming over here to check it, but they're so friendly that they just want to stand here with me. So got the bull in there now. Good looking bull here. Some good looking cows. I don't know where the calves are at. I guess they're out in the pasture somewhere. But let's see. They still got some, but John said he put 2 bags in here yesterday. So it's probably good until, I would say the end of the week probably. I guess we might as well check the creek feeder while we're here. I don't know when he filled this up last, but it feels full on the handle here. We'll open it up. Oh yeah, this one's good and full. He must have filled this up here recently. I got the corral and I was just going past the first cornfield planted, and I decided to go out and pick some ears, and wow, they look good. I only went in about maybe 6-8 rows in here on the end row and picked these, so definitely not the greatest area of the field or anything, but this is Beck's. Look at that right there. Beck 6184. This is a new one to me. I know they sold quite a bit last year, but I don't think we pushed it as hard as it should have been. So looking very nice here. These were 3 in a row on one of the rows out there, so you got a small, medium, and a large. So I'm gonna break this in half. Okay, looks pretty good. It is a little bit of a skinnier ear, but they are pretty long. I'm gonna say 3/4 milk line on them, because I can't hardly break it until I get to the very, very tip of the kernel. So not black layered yet, so it is still growing and putting some starches into these kernels, so that's good. So it's gonna be pretty cool harvest out here. Okay, and these are some of the first soybeans out here. So I am noticing what I believe to be some SDS, which is sudden death syndrome, which is intervenal chlorosis, I believe, and that's why we've got the inner veins there. We're still like showing that they're green, but the leaves are dead. So luckily it's not like the whole field or anything. Most of it is just in the lower areas, which seems to be where we get a lot of our SDS pressure. But on these plants that it is affecting, it will rob some yield for sure off the top end. So I noticed on a plant a minute ago, like we've got some pods, like this is one that has the SDS pretty bad. Like we've got this pod and it's pretty flat. Now there are some on there that are pretty plump and pretty full, but like this pod here, I mean, that's got some nice beans in there. But like some of those plants in there, you can see you've got it, and so that definitely will rob some yield from them. I just went and grabbed a couple of ears of this other hybrid, 6414 Beck's, and I'm surprised these ears aren't a little bit bigger than they are. They look very similar to the 6184. But anyways, this you can tell is a lot more green. There's not a lot of yellowing. This is 114-day corn versus 111, so this is hanging on a little bit longer, and growing a little bit longer, so it's not quite as far along. Okay, we're back on our project here. Dad decided to just go ahead and bring a couple more loads of blacktop down, so that way we could get it all the way out to here. So we got that now, and it looks pretty nice. So John's rolling it in here, and the only thing I need to work on is maybe a little bit of gravel like right here, so that we can come out with the mixer wagon. But other than that, we should be pretty good. Okay, well, things are really coming along here. So Dad showed up, and we are stretching wire now. We got all the posts done. We got our corner posts to set down there. We got that gate put in at the other end. And so we'll get this open wire up here, and then we'll be down to working on the feed bunks. And now we're getting a nice rain. Dad's getting wet, but that's okay. This rain is going to do us a lot of good. We're kind of in need of it. Hey everybody, Cody here. We just got back to the farm. Opened that door up to put my truck in. But we went down south and worked on my planter a little bit. I started my senior year today. Yippee. Not very happy about it, but oh look, there's a rainbow. Huh. How neat. That's actually like a big freaking rainbow. But it actually rained, and I think I know why. Because I left my truck outside. If you know me very well, I tend to not let this thing sit out in the rain, and now it's rainy everywhere. My wheels are all wet. What a shame. But if I needed to get it to rain, I guess I just need to leave this thing outside, and that seems to do the trick. Okay, I'm over here at the guardrail, what we call a guardrail, because, well, you can see why. Checking out the measurements and looking at the heifers, going for the water tank. But anyways, we got those posts set, and I'm coming over here to this slot to measure where our cables are at. So we've got this bottom cable right here, but I think on this other one, I'm gonna try and maybe take it out and stand the cable out here to keep some of the little calves from getting out. So we may even lower this a little bit, because where it is, the calves can get out and everything. So hey guys, Cody here. We are washing the DB today, or this evening. It's pretty clean. I pretty much just finished it up here. know if you can't hear me, the pressure washer is mighty loud. The sun is kind of taking a break behind the clouds, so it cooled it off a little bit here. But yeah, we're getting her pretty clean here. After 48 units of scrubbing, it should be pretty close. We'll let it dry off here. I'm gonna fold it up and then back it out a little bit, and I still gotta hand wash all the tractor. So we'll do that here and then let the planter dry off and then touch up spots that I didn't get on it. Alright, we're getting one of the hay mowers put away today. We've cut down a little bit of second cut and we decided we're gonna be done with this one because we need this tractor to put on the rake. So we're gonna do that and try to bale some hay today. All right, there we go. Got it unhooked in the corner where it goes every year. It came and pulled a soybean from the field while we were here, and wow, these are filling out really nice. Look how plump those are. Big and full pods there. This is just pulled from the in row right here, so probably some compaction here too. These are Beck's 3650. They are starting to get a little bit of a lean to them. These are a tall bean, so they typically do get that, but they're on a little bit tougher ground here, so they shouldn't fall over. But yeah, really nice pods here. I'll pull this one off and kind of see if I can break it and look inside there. I mean, that's basically the size of the bean right there. I mean, it's huge beans here, so that's cool. We got enough rain at the right time to get them filled out good, and there's still some more that are needing a little filling, but we do have some moisture right now, so shouldn't be a huge issue. All right, we're making some second cut hay. So we got quite a bit of Johnson grass in here, but we do have some grass in the windrow. So out here in the middle, it's making pretty good, but sometimes up around the hill, it's not quite as good. So not gonna make a whole ton of second cut, but kind of some of the places where the Johnson grass is taking over and just what we had time to get cut. So silage chopping is creeping up on us pretty quick. You can see that corn over there, it's starting to kind of dry up a little bit, and so we're gonna need to be getting on that here pretty soon. So we're gonna do the acres that we have down. I would say we've got maybe 50 acres down to make for second cut. So we're gonna do that, and then probably the rest of it will get bush hogged or grazed. All right, we're back baling again today, Sunday. We had a little bit of a rainstorm that looked like it was gonna hit us. So we got started here and then it never did anything. So we're still baling. We're right at 32 bales on the day. We just dumped one. So Colton's raking for me again, and we're gonna get this hay finished up, hopefully. All right, we made it up here to the next field and we're just about to finish it. So this one's not making quite as good as the last one was, but it's not doing too bad. So we got it all mowed down. Looks a lot better at least. So we got 15 bales on this one. I think it's about 10 acres, so not terrible. All right, made it back and you got that bale dumped out. So Colton's gonna back this feed wagon out and I'm gonna pull this in, and he's gonna go feed because I interrupted him so we could get that done before what looked like rain was coming, but turns out there wasn't any. So get this pulled in and call it a day. We are starting out this morning. We're getting we got the calving pen picked up. got that folded up and hung up there in the barn. So up here in the cattle barn, we had some bottle calves here in this area. Had them in that pen there, and we recently moved those out to the other farm. So I got the manure scooped out here with the Man 2 loader, and we got it loaded into the spreader over here. So we're getting ready to go spread that out here on the hay field. We got all of our hay made last week, and so we're kind of going to be finished up with that. We do have a field of alfalfa that'll need a third cutting at some point, but for now we're done with the haying. So I'm going to get that rake backed in on that side of the barn, get it backed in there out of the way, and then get that tractor, because we'll need that tractor to haul silage wagons. So we're going to be starting to chop silage here pretty soon. All right, it's Tuesday now, and we had our plot walked through this morning. We walked through the corn plot and checked it out. So we did that, and I washed off the tedder and the tractor that's on it. And then neighbor over here called and said that this tree had fell this spring has started to roll over onto our fence. So we're trying to get it kind of moved out of the way, and it looks like he's gonna have it done. Figured he would be able to move it, but I don't think we'll be able to pick it up. It's a very big poplar tree. It's actually 3 of them that were all together fell here this spring, and so trying to get it moved over here in the pasture. We got about 16 replacement heifers over here, not bred, and they just had them out on grass here, and so wanted to get this off the fence before it becomes a problem. All right, well, I think we're gonna get a rain here. As you can see, Dad just went out in front of me in the driveway, and it is dry. So we could definitely use it, especially finishing out some of the later crops. So it looks like there's a pretty good line heading this way. It looks like it could be severe storms, but if it's got rain in it, that's gonna be good. So we're gonna head home and kind of see what it does here tonight. All right, it's Wednesday now. We got this baler and tractor cleaned up today. We've been working on that and a few other tasks, but nothing major. So we did get a little bit of rain last night, but not a whole lot here up north. Thank you for watching this week's video. Please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment, and we'll see you next week.